Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the EWEADN A5 Ultra. This was sent out to me by EWEADN. This will not change my thoughts or opinions on this mouse, so let's get into it. So first off, let's get into what's in the box. You have some grips, and then you have a black braided Type-C cable, and then you have the box right here. But let's get into the mouse itself. This does come with a PAW 3395. This has only 1K max polling. This has a 800 milliamp hour battery, which means you will have long battery and won't really have to worry about it much. And this also does support Bluetooth. My unit, I weighed it in at 70 grams. It is advertised as 65 plus 3, but it was 70 grams for me. In terms of the shape right here, this is a pretty large shape. It is even bigger than my X Lite ES. If you can kind of tell right here, it's longer, it's taller. The Ergo angle slopes down more. It's pretty tall. This is for someone who wants to use paw or claw and has really big hands. My hands are 19 by 9, and this is for me. This is actually too big. So if you have like a 20 plus hand, this is probably for you. This is just a massive mouse. It's such a big shape. For me, this shape actually doesn't work for me, but I think for people who want a massive shape, this will work for them. In terms of the clicks, I'm not sure exactly what switches are on here, but they feel fine. Like there's not a ton, there's a tiny bit of pre-travel. It's not noticeable at all. The side button positioning hasn't been a problem for me either. The scroll wheel is pretty mushy. The scroll wheel doesn't feel good, but the clicks and side clicks are fine. The weight balance is not great. The battery is actually right behind the scroll wheel, so there's nothing in back of the mouse. So this mouse is super front heavy, and it does affect aim. Like they definitely should move the battery back to the back. This is very bad weight balance. Overall, though, the QC is pretty good. There was no base wobble. There was no side flex, and anything like that. In terms of the software wasn't great. It was just this regular software. It is usable, though. Performance in-game was mostly fine. I did sometimes notice there was a little bit of like a tracking issue when I went back and forth. Sometimes there was like a small delay in tracking. It only happened once or twice. It wasn't the biggest deal, but I just want to put that out there. But overall, other than that, the performance has been fine. In terms of the stock skates, I took them off. They were somewhat usable, but they were not great. I would recommend putting dot skates on these if you have. The price of this mouse is $42 plus shipping. At the end of the day, I do think the shape, the price for this is pretty fair. It's not the greatest mouse ever, but it's a decent large mouse. There aren't many super large Ergo options, so I think for $42, this is relatively fair. I also forgot to mention the coating on this mouse is absolutely phenomenal. EWEADN makes very good coatings. The coating on their S9 Pro is also amazing. You don't actually have to worry about using grips. This is one of the best coatings on a budget mouse I've used. Overall, would I recommend this mouse? If you're going to be playing games competitively, no. If you want a cool red mouse to use for work, or if you're just playing like single player games or something, I could recommend this. But if you're playing something like Valorant, Apex Legends, Splitgate, COD, I just can't recommend this because it's not really good for esports. It's just weight balance bad. It doesn't have the most insane performance. It only supports 1K polling, and it's a bit heavier than I would recommend. But this is a decent mouse for those more casual gamers type of people. So I'm not going to not recommend it for everyone. I just think for the main people watching this channel, this isn't for them. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.